In art school, I really didn't know how to like conceptualize. So I would kind of just do the assignments, and then I think that's why it didn't really click for me right away, and I ended up having to go do design and do some other stuff to like learn how to have my own thoughts. My name is Alicia Adamerovich. I kind of just will sit and draw for a while. Sometimes I'll start by doing like a little doodle. I think form is a lot of where I start with most of my work. I'm trying to show part of the human psyche through shape. A lot of times it's showing like anxiety or intense emotions that are related to anxiety. To me, it's just whatever feels right when it goes back to like the form, like giving me a certain emotion. I feel like I've always been a pretty anxious person, so it's something I'm very familiar with, and everything kind of ties to that in some way. Even when I'm like feeling great, it's like an anxious like I think it helps me express what I'm feeling a little bit, and helps me realize that lots of people are feeling, and I just didn't know how to verbalize that. Every time I make like a frame or something, I have like basically all these like negatives that get cut out of it that I just throw down this box here. And then sometimes they end up in interesting shapes, like these ones here, and then I kind of hang them on the wall and think about, oh, how could this be something? The first time I made a frame was because I had to send a drawing. They weren't covering framing, and I could never find a frame that I actually like, so I ended up just making a quick one out of wood. When I made it, I was like, oh, I'll just make it kind of wacky, and now they've become really part of the actual piece. So whenever I make a drawing, it's like only part one, and then I make a frame and it becomes like more of a sculptural wall piece. I've always liked objects and shapes, so I've always collected things. This is a good example though of like this piece of wood I found on the beach like 3 summers ago, and it just like is like a perfect noodle. I have a lot of old books of like furniture items and stuff. This one that's like rustic furniture that I think is really interesting. My dad likes this one a lot. They kind of just like have a mind of their own. I love that kind of stuff. I mean, lately I've been trying to kind of work in these neutral planes because I want them to have a similar feeling to the drawings. But paint has allowed me to kind of explore a lot more or experiment more than I think the drawings have.
This is my new studio I moved into in August. I have windows now, which is a new development. This piece I think I had started when you guys visited last time, but it's not now. Because I finished it right as quarantine started, and I was kind of reacting to how everyone was kind of obsessing over their love for having so much time at home and alone time. These are a few I'm doing for this show in the fall, where I'm kind of trying out more like modular pieces. This is going to be in this frame here. It's a similar thing I'm doing with this, which is the desk I'm making for CapCat. But then eventually these two pieces will fit together in a similar fashion to like how those pieces all fit together. I don't know, so with the wood versus the paintings, they're kind of like working in different directions, where with the paintings and drawings, I'm like creating them based on a lot of gesture and just like feeling the shape. With the wood, I guess I just like kind of think about how the shapes relate to like your body. I made this one small sculpture, but this was what I was making from all those small pieces that I had in a box. This was for a group show with Fisher Parish. Everyone had to make an object based on something they found essential during quarantine. It's called the rabbit. It's coated in latex because it's supposed to be kind of like an alien vibrator, which I think is an essential item for living alone. I do just want people to have feelings and not really specific like meanings. And everyone's gonna have like a little different reaction to each one. I mean, I like that. And it helps me like figure out like what has come out, because some of it is subconscious.